First, right now at 11 o'clock, the snow causing big problems on the roads tonight. And eastern Jefferson County, really the biggest mess at this hour in a couple of locations where this heaviest snow came down tonight. Right now, we want to begin with this live look at one of the biggest crashes at the moment. Semis involved in a crash right on the East End Bridge. That is the Lewis and Clark Bridge over the Ohio River, of course, connecting Louisville, the east end of Louisville, to Indiana. This happened at about 9:30 tonight as snow was coming through the area. We've also got injuries reported with a crash on 71 into northeast Jefferson County. I-71 also seriously backed up tonight. More on that coming right up. And we have two different snow worlds going on in Kentuckiana tonight, just miles apart. This scene recorded by our meteorologist Matthew Willoughby at about 8 tonight in eastern Jefferson County near the Paddock Shops shows you the snow that's also covered the East End Bridge and I-71 tonight. This video covering parking lots and the roads coming down so heavy. And then here's a driving view across the Kennedy Bridge for you into Louisville earlier tonight. Our night team editor Ariel captured this as the snow and the wind from the Ohio River were causing low visibility across the Kennedy. And compare what we just showed you out in the East End to this video I recorded tonight at 7:30 in downtown Louisville. The streets nearly clear. Snow blowing across 5th Street near Metro Hall, but nothing sticking at all. The snow coming down around the street lights with the downtown skyscraper right behind it. Hello, everybody, and thank you very much for being with us on this snowy night involving crashes on the roads. I'm Doug Proffitt, and Chief Meteorologist Mallory Snell is here right now to bring us up to date on the snow and the big backups we do have still at this hour. Mallory?
Yes, we are tracking some accidents still at this hour across Kentuckiana. We can take another live look at a 4-picture view across our roads for Trimark if we can bring up Max 1, where we do have some really major accidents slowing things down, especially for anybody that is really on the east side of town. So we're taking a look at obviously the Gene Snyder near Brownsboro Road there. The Lewis and Clark Bridge still completely closed in both directions, and that is why some cars are parked on the roads there on the Snyder. Some slow going traffic as well. 71, this is the northbound directions around the Snyder, and you're seeing a general trend here. 71 around the Snyder there. That's where a lot of these accidents are concentrated. We did have some accidents also 64 around Grinstead Drive because bridges and overpasses are still quite icy. Thankfully, Max HD radar is drying up, so we're not seeing any additional snow squalls or snow showers. We will just continue to have those temperatures freeze overnight. Very cold night ahead. Temperatures dropping throughout the 20s and teens with even colder wind chills. We'll talk much more about what you can expect for the rest of the week. That's coming up in our 7-day forecast. Doug.
Mallory, thank you. Okay, folks, here's our plan throughout the next few minutes on this newscast. Every few minutes, we're going to give you an update on the roads, keep you up to date right till 11:30 before we go off the air tonight. Now, schools closing and major layoffs. JCPS late today making public its draft proposal to save money that'll be given to the full school board next week. They are all ready to cut $142 million from the budget. WHAS11 night teams Alex Dieter and photojournalist Aspen Hester have the breakdown of the potential impact on your student.
Major cuts to JCPS to the tune of $142 million.
This is a very difficult time, but we have to keep the 93,000 students in mind with our decisions going forward.
Cuts that still have school closures on the table for Zachary Taylor and King Elementary.
I just feel like we're constantly fighting this battle and not being listened to or heard.
Ruthetta Ashley teaches 4th grade at King Elementary.
They have all these questions and we can't answer them. And just that uncertainty and that anxiety has just put a lot more trauma on children who experience such a high rate of trauma.
Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood says the district is also still looking at closing Zachary Taylor Elementary School.
These are the most vulnerable students in my district, those 275 K through 5 students. and I am vigorously defending their interest right now.
Board member James Craig says he's demanded to see a transition plan for those elementary students from the district before the board votes on the budget Tuesday.
Some type of an accountability on the other end of that to ensure that they don't fall through the cracks.
Dr. Yearwood's draft budget also holds true to his promise that a large chunk of cuts will come from the central office. The district is looking at cutting $44 million from the central office, and those cuts include eliminating around 300 positions. Other cuts include $41 million from supplemental and add-on programs by reducing bookkeepers, academic instructional coaches, and school safety administrators, and $13 million from operations and transportation. Those cuts are coming from stipends that have been offered as incentives to get more bus drivers.
So it doesn't affect a salary.
Find a superintendent from outside to give a different perspective. We did it. Cut central office positions. We're doing it. We've put in more oversight in a year I think that we've done in a very long time.
JCPS board member Taylor Everett.
The leader of this district has changed. I feel it is our duty to give him a chance to show us and back up what he says.
The board is now left with less than a week to decide how they're voting on their proposed budget and multi-millions of dollars in cuts. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS11 night team on your side.
Dr. Yearwood also said the district is looking at proposing moving Liberty High School to Gaines Early Childhood Center. The board is set to vote on that draft budget at their next meeting. Again, that's going to be next Tuesday night at JCPS headquarters. Happening tonight, Louisvillians saying no to a gun store in their neighborhood. A packed house at Assumption High School tonight. People opposed to the planned gun store on Bardstown Road near Taylorsville Road. WHAS 11 night team's Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Levi Hammer have more on why Highlands residents don't want it.
This busy business area of Bardstown Road has caused controversy.
We will not take our children where guns are sold.
That controversy is pointed at this store in Bardstown Center, the future location for a gun store called Madden Firearms, which is planning to open.
I think we can vote with our pocketbook if nothing else.
That controversy brought a packed house at Assumption High School, mostly full of people against the gun store.
90% were against.
If they weren't at the meeting, they were represented through neighborhood surveys. Their concerns center around an increase in crimes and shootings and it bringing down property values.
I believe in growing businesses along Bardstown Road. I don't think this is the right space for that kind of business.
Just down the road from the planned gun store is the Lakeside Swim Club, all surrounded by homes.
I think the question is this appropriate? You know, we have, as a society, decided that there are some businesses that shouldn't be near institutions that serve children in neighborhoods.
It's not the guns that are killing people, it's criminals. Look at your stats. It is the well, one last thing, this is it. We must stay factual, not emotional.
People even left when hearing a speaker in support of the gun store. But not Kevin. He isn't completely opposed to the gun store being in the neighborhood, but asked we don't say his last name.
A lot of people were against integration in schools. That doesn't make it right.
He argues crime doesn't discriminate based on the store's products.
Gun stores are going to be attacked just like jewelry stores, just like anything else that has expensive items that it's easy to run off with.
All hope their thoughts are heard by the only people who can control what business is there, the owner and the landlord. In the Highlands, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 night team on your side.
By the way, we have contacted tonight the owner of the gun store for comment, but we have not heard back from anything yet as of news time. Plane crash here in Louisville. New details coming in about the crash in Louisville. The NTSB with this new update. Their investigation now showing Boeing was aware of an issue with the part that led to the UPS plane crash, aware of that issue for more than a decade. But they did not think it would cause safety issues if properly inspected. We talked with our aviation experts tonight. WHAS 11's Reed Jaden and aviation attorney Ladd Sanger. They helped break down the report. Both say the report clearly points fingers at Boeing.
My takeaway is, like many things in aviation, they knew that there was a potential for this to fail. They came up with a safer alternative design.
Oh, yes. Yes, Boeing was aware of the issue, hence the reason for the service bulletin that they came out for the inspection of that particular part. So yes, indeed, Boeing was very much aware of it.
The crash killed 15 people. The NTSB found 3 major things in today's report. First, the part of the left engine that attaches it to the plane failed. When examining the part, the NTSB said it was noticeably worn out. Also in the report, a 2011 Boeing service letter acknowledging the issue with the bearing, saying a similar issue was found in at least 3 other planes. But at the time, Boeing did not think it would cause any flight safety issues if the planes were regularly inspected. And that affects all planes. Now, the NTSB is going back to look at the UPS records to make sure they were following that recommendation. Happening new tonight and on the night team, he lost the, right now, once again, we want to bring you a live view of the traffic cameras. First, Lewis and Clark Bridge on the upper left. Those people have been sitting on the bridge for hours now as traffic is not moving. That traffic crash there involving semi-trucks. Then on the right of your screen, you see I-71 at the Gene Snyder Freeway. But down below, that's the real big problem we've been watching on the right, lower right of your screen, I-71 south at the Gene Snyder Freeway. The east end is a mess because of all the snow came down. But take a look at that left view. The Gene Snyder near US 42, you don't see a lot of snow, but look at the pavement, look at the roadways. Look how slick that is right there as the cars are going by, really telling some of the problems that we've been having tonight. We'll have more coming up right here on the night team, so stay with us. Another snow update.
And the snow is moving out, but the cold air just now moving in. We have additional rounds of Arctic air on the way through the weekend. A full check of our wintry 7-day forecast after the break. Here's a look at today's Kentucky Lottery jackpots. Mega Millions, $230 million. Powerball, $156 million.
The Kentucky Lottery, funding education for over 1 million Kentucky students.